Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Tuesday 2-minute tip. Today, I want to talk about tomatoes. So, we are accustomed to expecting tomatoes all year round. You see them in the grocery store, you can always buy them. But I'm sure you know that tomatoes are highly seasonal. And if you eat them in season, which is right now, summer months, and then depending on where you live, it'll go all the way into the fall. Sometimes in San Francisco, where I am, we have tomatoes that are delicious into September and October. If you eat them in season, they taste so much better than when you try to get a forced hothouse grown or otherwise off the vine ripened tomato in the winter. So if you're growing tomatoes in your backyard right now and you want to buy yourself a little time, if you have a lot of them, or if you want to go to the farmer's market, you can get a big flat of tomatoes and buy yourself a little bit of time with them. So you can learn how to can. If you're into it, it would be a pretty cool old-timey project to learn. You have to sterilize the jars, and you do have to follow instructions to make sure that you're not going to make anyone sick, because it can be potentially dangerous. The other way to do it is jarring and freezing. So I prefer to do this. I've never really gotten into canning, but you can take a whole slew of tomatoes, slice them in half, roast them in the oven until the skins are a little bit blistered. And then you can, when you pull them out, you can quickly pick off the skins and then put the insides of the tomatoes and all the juices that came out into jars, like ball jars or whatever, seal them really tight and label them, put them in your freezer. And they'll last like that for 2 years if you have that many and that much room in your freezer. If you have a deep chest freezer, this is really great to do that. The other thing you can do is actually just cook tomato sauce now. Make yourself one big giant vat of pasta sauce, label it, put that in jars, label it, and freeze that. And that will also last a year or two in the freezer. So it's a great way to buy extra time. Just make sure when you're freezing in glass jars, leave yourself a little bit of space, because when things freeze, they expand and you don't want to have any broken glass on you. So get the most out of your tomatoes, buy a ton of them now. They taste amazing. They're inexpensive, and you'll be thanking yourself all winter long. See you next week for your next 2-minute tip. Thanks so much. Get more here.